Okay, this is Michael Pepper for MMABay.co.uk in association with FightDentist.com with former UFC heavyweight champion Mark Coleman. Thanks for joining us, Mark.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You've changed your training camp. You're now at Extreme Couture for this fight. How's it been going down there?
I'm very pleased with the way it went. It's about time. It's about time I got a real training camp. I've been kind of coaching myself the whole way through, but I needed a change. I needed to get away from all the distractions back home, and I'm feeling great. Feeling very pleased with where I'm at right now. Very confident. I think I'm going to do pretty well this fight.
Okay, because that was one of the things that you said after your last fight. You said your cardio had suffered a little bit. You hadn't had the finances in place to put in a proper camp. What's going to be different this time around, and what have you done to address your cardio situation?
That's it. Worked a lot harder.
Yeah.
The last camp I did coach myself, and maybe I felt like I was pushing myself pretty hard. It's not like I didn't train, but I realized at this older age that I kind of take it easy on myself, and when I thought maybe I was working hard, in hindsight I really realized maybe I was taking it a little easy on myself. These guys out here pushed me to the limit and got me in pretty good shape, and my coaches are very confident in my skill level. I think my skill level came a long way. They were very impressed with how I picked up things rather quickly, and I still have a lot to learn. Unfortunately, I've been in the game for a long time, but still have a lot to learn.
Yeah. One of the coaches down at Extreme Couture, Sean Tompkins, has said one of the things that impressed him so much is the amount your stand-up game's improved since you've been at Extreme Couture. Would you concur with that?
Most definitely. Everything's improved because my cardio's improved. When you get tired, you get out of position.
Yep.
And that makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. So fatigue will make a coward out of you, and it'll force you to get in bad positions. And but with my cardio improving, my stand-up's improved, and my submission gains improved because I'm staying in better position. But he's definitely worked with me, and he was impressed at how quickly I pick up things, and he was surprised at how straight my punches are, and the speed, and most importantly, the power.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of power, so okay. if I hit you, you're gonna feel it.
Okay. Now, your background is predominantly wrestling. You've got a strong wrestling base. Stephan Bonnar's style tends to have been a lot of the stand-up game, and he's also got a pretty good ground game. Where do you feel your advantages are going to be in this fight?
Well, I get to determine where the fight's going to end up. If I want it to be on his feet, it's going to be on his feet. If I want to take him to the ground, we're going to the ground. So more than likely, we're going to end up on the ground, because I do respect that he is 6'4". He's a lot taller than me,
yep.
A lot longer reach, and I do respect that. But at the same time, Sean Tompkins has he has the confidence in my hands, and he's basically told me nobody hits as hard as I do ever, and I have a tendency to believe it, because when I'm hitting the pads, I'm hurting my hands at the same time. So I know I'm hitting hard, and I am hitting straight. You do have to connect. It's not about just hitting hard, but hopefully I got the speed, and now I have a little bit of the technique. There was some things to learn on my feet, and I'm still learning them, but we may try to stand with him, but if things ain't going well standing up, we'll take him to the ground, and hopefully my jiu-jitsu has come along like I think it has, and I should be able to do a lot of damage on the ground to him, and hopefully be the first guy to finish him off.
Yeah. How do you feel that MMA's progressed over the past few years?
It's drastically. It's progressed leaps and bounds. There's no comparison to now and then. Although back then had its advantages. Back then had its uniqueness, the rawness, the no rules. I enjoyed that. 3 fights in one night, limited rules. That was very cool, very neat. But
yeah.
For the sport to grow and to expand, the rules were needed. the weight classes, everything they did, was necessary for the sport to expand. I'm glad they did it, although headbutts was my special weapon back in the day, but it was an ugly weapon, but it did change the game. With headbutts being legal, it's a different sport, so it was needed for them to take it out, and it was needed for the sport to grow and to get to where it's at today, which is truly amazing. Where it's at. And to me, there's no end in sight. It's just going to continue to grow, especially with Dana White, his drive and his determination to take this sport to make it the #1 sport in the world. That's his goal, and he may just achieve that.
Okay. What does it mean to you as the first UFC heavyweight champion to be competing on the UFC 100 card?
It's very special. I'm blessed. I'm lucky, I'm honored, all these things. But at the same time, I've taken care of myself. I've trained hard, I've eaten right, and I feel like I deserve to be here. But again, I am very thankful and grateful to God, and to Dana White, to Joel Silva for giving me this opportunity. It's not like I feel like it's not like I'm a token person in there. I feel like I've earned it and I deserved it, and they have confidence in me, and I assured them that I'm gonna come in better shape this time, and I need to show it to them. Enough talking about it. I'm gonna have to show it to them, and I will show it Saturday night. I'll be a much better fighter Saturday night.
Okay. Your last opponent, Shogun Rua, has gone on and got a title shot in October. What do you feel about Shogun now? Is the rivalry over, or would you like to see yourself get a rematch with him at some point?
Well, if everything falls into place and we fight again, that means we're both winning. So if we're both winning, I'd love to fight him again. But it's only gonna happen if we both win. So yeah, I would love to fight him again, because that means we're still both competitive, and that means there's a reason for us to fight. If there's a reason for us to fight a third time, I would love that opportunity. And I feel like if I would have had a little more gas in the tank, I definitely feel like I could have won that fight. Not easy, but I definitely could have won that fight. But that's in hindsight. I didn't do it. I don't blame nobody but myself. I didn't train hard enough and didn't prepare hard enough, and I did lose. But it was a close fight, and I was disappointed in the way the referee stopped it. But that was his choice, and if I had enough energy, I might have. You might have seen me with some kind of aggression after the fight was over. Something I've done in the past, but I was too damn tired to get up and let the guy know how I felt. But I definitely thought it was too quick of a stoppage, and it was disappointing. To fight for 14 minutes and 40 seconds and to have him stop it like that, that was very disappointing. I would like to have went to the decision and see what the judges had to say.
Okay. I've seen in a recent interview that you said current UFC light heavyweight champion Lyoto Machida, you feel that you would be able to give him a lot of problems. Can you explain a bit about that?
That was somebody starting a rumor.
Okay. There's no truth to that.
That didn't come from my mouth.
Okay.
No.
Well, how would you feel about maybe facing him in the future, and how do you feel you would match up with him?
That'd be a difficult fight. I have nothing but respect for that guy. He's brilliant. His stand-up's second to none. I have trained with him in the past. His wrestling's very good. His jiu-jitsu's very good, and obviously his stand-up, nobody seems to be able to hit the guy. So. It would be a big challenge for me, one that I would gladly accept, but at the same time one that I'd have to prepare very hard for, and I'd have to continue to keep working and learning.